situated?
Nice place. I kinda hope this operation lasts a while. I could get used to this. Alright, what do we got?
From the information Shahid gave us, it's not clear what the link is between Halbek and Al-Samad in Rome. But it does list the local Al-Samad cell leader, a Jibril al-Bara. But...
You know, you have this really cute way of broadcasting trouble with your tone.
it's part of my charm.
What's the problem?
There's a CIA listening post here in Rome, and it's pretty well staffed. They're definitely running a search on you. Huh. And Al-Samad, it looks like.
What's their chance of tracking us down?
I don't know. You could try to stay below the radar, but that doesn't really seem to be your strong suit.
Any chance of keeping an eye on them, or bugging the system, tapping into their network?
It's possible, but you'd need to slip in there without being detected.
So we'll have to be extra covert when carrying out this covert op, which will make finding the Al-Samad cell even harder.
There may be another way to get information we need on Al-Samad and Halbek. It looks like there's an NSA Echelon listening post in Rome. You might be able to access that and use their database to do our hunting for us. It looks like it's in a gelato shop.
You've got to be kidding me.
Stranger things have happened.
So those are my options? Disarm the listening post, tap into the NSA computer, or make a straight run for Al-Bara? What about Halbek? What's their tie here?
There's nothing about it in Shahid's records. So I did a check of Halbek employees and ex-employees in Rome. One recent arrival came to the top that I think is worth looking into. Conrad Marburg.
Conrad Marburg? Must have been teased out of elementary school.
You two should have lots to talk about then.
Just because my name sounds like the son of a Norse thunder god doesn't mean I had any problems in school, Mina Tang.
Whatever you say, Mike. And for the record, I love my name.
Alright, so what's Marburg's tie to Halbek?
He doesn't have one, at least as of a year ago. He was actually chief of security, but then apparently transferred to working as a contractor for the Veteran Combat Initiative.
That's the same organization that Z works for.
Oh, joy.
She may know something that could help us.
Unless you need advice on implants, I wouldn't bother.
Alright. You got a picture of Marburg?
Sending it to your screen now. His dossier doesn't have much on him, and some of the early details seem sketchy to me. Mike, what's wrong?
Something tells me Marburg's our real problem. But let's figure out the Al-Samad connection first. They're a little more knee-jerk than Halbek.
I agree. Without Shahid to rein them in, who knows what the individual cells will do while they're resolving their power struggle. We need to find Jibril al-Bara.
My thoughts exactly. But I'm worried there's already a plan in motion.
More mob violence in Moscow earlier this week, as the home of Konstantin Brayko, reported to be the head of one of the most powerful organized crime families in Moscow, was attacked by rival gang members.
Brayko himself was badly injured in the attack and was taken to St. Aleski Hospital for treatment. Police spokesmen say he will be charged as soon as he is well enough to be discharged.
Mr. Brayko had no statement for the press, but as he was being loaded into the ambulance, he was heard to remark that the party responsible for the attack was an expletive American commando cowboy like the expletive offspring of Ronald Reagan and an expletive American ninja. Police spokesmen assure us that they are following all leads, but a source within the hospital stated on condition of anonymity that, quote, the man had enough cocaine in him to make a baleen whale see Jesus.
I guess he never heard of Just Say No. In fashion news, designer Robin Goulet's latest show in New York was greeted with surprisingly mixed reviews.
The focal point of the show was the controversial theme of ruined beauty. Models dressed in Goulet's latest designs would stroll to the end of the runway, where they were actually drenched in real pig blood.
Well, many did.
There's a note from Parker here. The agency made me give this to you. What a guy.
Breathtaking twist in fashion, while critics called it, quote, gaudy, overblown, and completely
Mina
gross.
wrote way to score. I think she custom framed it just for me. Nice.
Was, quote, disrespectful to the suffering of
Hey look,
creatures.
Darcy photoshopped our faces into a still frame of a buddy cop movie. That's,
who needed to get the F
yeah.
over themselves, end quote.
Breaking news from Moscow this morning. Last night, the United States Embassy was the victim of a terrorist attack. According to eyewitnesses speaking exclusively to INN, the attackers were well armed and struck with military precision. Thus far, no group has stepped forward to take credit for the attack.
Russian FSB spokesman have not released many details of the incident.
Oh, great. Picture of Darcy. He wrote, Mike and Sean, fuck yeah! With 3 exclamation points.
Although a final tally will not be possible until a full report is released later this month.
Reports that Sergei Surkov, a Muscovite entrepreneur and reputed former leader of the Russian mob, was the actual target of the assault, remain unconfirmed at this time. However, sources have claimed Surkov was present at the embassy on the night of the attack. Mr. Surkov could not be reached for comment.
I'm in. Seems pretty quiet.
It is a listening post. The CIA's upstairs, and they probably have a guard in the lobby, so keep an eye out.
Will do. Going to take a quick look around. Cable's cut.
Huh? What do you mean static? Alright, check downstairs. Probably blew another fuse. What am I, the fucking electrician? Need a flashlight.
Mike, it looks like the third floor camera is being run by a dummy console on the second floor. If you can find it, you can loop the feed and sneak past.
Accessing the database. And downloading the software.
All right. Receiving. We're good.
Listening in on the listening post. Gotta love this job. Control room's locked from the inside.
No other entrances I can see. Looks like the only way to get it to open is to get them to open it.
I'll think of something. Looks like an air conditioning duct. Too small to fit through, but this ought to do the trick.
What are you doing? Mike, don't kill them. There's got to be another way.
Just giving them a scare. A little something I learned in third period science.
What the hell? Fuck this shit!
Mike, I've just detected a source within the VCI branch office doing a search for your profile. Although they've got the height wrong.
Can you get a timestamp on when the search was started and the workstation?
Good idea.
Also, it's possible the VCI doors require fobs to access them. See if you can get an ID badge number from the office.
It looks like the analyst isn't doing it on company time. I have the workstation called up. It's using the workstation Parker used while he was undercover as a Halbeck contractor.
What?
The ID on the badge used to access the office is a Madison St. James.
Sounds like a porn star. I think I've seen some of her movies.
These windows into your world really scare me sometimes.
Then I'll leave the fact that I may have worked with her for another time. Got a picture?
Calling it up now. She's pretty. Recognize her?
No, I think I'd remember. But if she's tied to Marburg, I think we've got a way to get to him after all. I think I just got salmonella by looking at this place.
Gotta keep the public from dropping in for a cone.
Good point. I'd say their cover is working beautifully.
Okay. You'll need to come up with a good reason to be here. Looks like they're scheduled for server maintenance and security upgrades this month. That might get you in.
I think I can smooth talk my way past them.
Don't play games, Mike. These guys are trained to spot double agents and imposters. If their post is compromised, they'll shut it down, and we'll lose our access. You'll also need to give the correct handshake code to identify yourself as an agent.
Secret handshakes? What are we, the Shriners?
It's a specific passphrase that rotates on a monthly basis. You give the correct phrase, they give the correct response, and you both know everything's on the level.
So what's the code?
Tell them the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year. They should respond with, yes, but the Alps are lovely all year long.
Got it. Let's see if anybody's home.
Can I help you?
I'm here to fix the computers.
We don't have a problem with the computer.
I hear the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year.
I don't like the mountains. And you're here to fix the computers?
He didn't give the response phrase. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Say, about those Adirondacks.
I told you I don't like mountains. Come on. I'll show you the computers.
That's not the response phrase. Stay on guard, Mike. If my code is out of date, they might suspect you're not on the level.
So, my friend, what do you need?
Nothing serious. Just here to upgrade your security systems.
Oh, okay, you got it. So, no more computer troubles, eh?
You should be all set. Fort Meade can rest easy now.
Hey, my friend. Gone to go?
You in place?
Yep. Got a good view of the estate where this meeting is supposed to take place. What now?
Albara's our target. He's supposed to be here tonight.
Well, I'm glad I brought this rifle. But what's the deal with the scope?
It can transmit images to me in real time. Aim at someone, and I'll run their picture through the database. See if we get a match. The longer you focus on a target, the quicker I can make an ID. The ID is all I need.
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out?
That's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Albara's meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are. Roman artist. Made a name for himself last year with a controversial exhibit in Paris. Some local juvenile offenses, but otherwise he's clean. Not our target. Owns a sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy. A nobody.
Looks like the guards are clear. Moving up to the next position. In position.
All right, let's begin. Security guard. He's clean. Dutch flower baron. He's suspected of dipping into the drug trade, but that's all I've got. Nothing really incriminating. Private security. Ex-special forces. Not our man. but definitely a professional. He planned and led the assault that took back the hijacked British jet last year.
I remember reading about that. Should I get an autograph for you?
No, I work for the infamous Mike Thornton. Compared to you, he's small time. We can catch the news later, provided we don't make it. Well, she's a little underdressed.
Definitely a cold night from the looks of it.
All right, Mike. Spanish celebrity talk show host. He's a known meth user, but nothing related to financing terrorists or arms smuggling.
I'm in position overlooking the chateau. A lot of guests tonight.
I see. Mike, be very...
Careful, I know. I don't want a mob after me before we have a target.
He's a curator for one of the museums in town. His latest exhibit on the Crusades has drawn some fire, but otherwise he's clean. He's a cop in Rome. Must be moonlighting as a bodyguard for one of these guys. That's Albara. That's him.
Take him out.
Hold on. A lot of State Department and Interpol records. State Department says he's dirty. Interpol says his finances are legitimate, though. And...
Mina, do I take him out?
none of these State Department records are sourced. I can't tell where they came from, or when. Best I can tell, their intel was added to his sheet a few months before you left for Saudi Arabia.
He's a member of Al-Samad, right?
I don't know. I'd say yes. But I might be wrong. You can take him out, or we can abort. It's up to you.
I'm aborting the mission.
All right, Mike.
What's that beeping noise? No sign of Albara yet.
Maybe he stood you up.
If he's a no-show, then I'll have to go find him.
The message seemed genuine, Mike. Something must have happened.
Sorry, that's...
Switch off your transmitter. If you reach for your gun, one of my men will put a bullet in your skull.
You open fire in here, it's gonna be a lot worse for you, trust me.
Don't make me repeat myself. Perhaps you thought you could enter Rome under the radar. You almost did. But you broadcast your location. Eventually.
Guess I'll have to work on my timing. I can be more subtle if need be.
That's no longer necessary.
You're right. It got you here, didn't it? And now we're having this conversation. I must be doing something right to have you come visit me in person.
You aren't here in an official capacity. You are operating under Alpha Protocol.
Interesting. Considering the program's secret, I would have expected you to say traitor, unless you have insider knowledge.
If you think you're the first to be abandoned by your government, you would be wrong. You are Michael Thornton. Straight out of Langley. Perhaps they felt the Untouchables approach would benefit them.
I'm an operative now. After Saudi, I had to change my 5-year plan. So, is that it for introductions? You haven't even offered to buy me dinner yet.
Reports place you as someone who prefers talk over action.
You obviously read half the file. I like fighting, too. Besides, you're the one who's been doing most of the talking.
Only because I need information. Provoke me further and I'll get it another way.
You mean like raising your voice? You need to work on your approach. All you're doing is boring me.
And you were the one who crossed paths with a German mercenary in Moscow. Z.
I get around, and she was a little insistent we get together.
I am not surprised. She is a mercenary, but hardly professional or discreet, it seems.
Oh, do I sense a lover's quarrel?
No, merely contract dispute.
So you know a great deal about me, and I know who you are. You're Leyland's right-hand man, his lackey, toady, henchman. And you wear those gloves to keep the blood off your hands. I've read your dossier. You've lived a full life. Kuwait, South Africa, that oil refinery explosion in Moscow. It's like a concert tour with you.
Yes. You, on the other hand, have managed to enter Rome quietly. I didn't know you were here until an hour ago. You're skilled at keeping a low profile. No murders, no public announcement. Very impressive.
What happened to Albara?
Dead, of course. Once you'd ID'd him, well, his use to me was at an end. In less than a day's time, you have already managed to cause me considerable inconvenience. Now, tell me what you're doing here.
Looking to kill every Halbeck stooge I can find and crush this get-rich-quick scheme you corporate drones have planned. You're a smart guy. How do you think this is going to turn out for you? Me, I already have a pretty good idea. What I don't understand, though, is why we're talking at all. Unless keeping me alive is important for some reason.
I have orders, and I am a cautious person.
So this is a social call, warning me away? That's polite of you.
I believe you have nowhere to go for help. In that situation, it is a rare man who goes to his enemy's door. So, yes, this is a social call. A warning. You have proven yourself capable, but pursuing this course of action will not serve you any longer. Go underground, hide, but stay out of our way.
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die. We know you've been in contact with one of your fellow agents. That contact will die if you persist, and then we will kill you.
I'm alone. I'm not in contact with anyone. Certainly not the agency that cast me out.
Your denial just adds to the evidence.
So we're done here. I leave Rome, leave you to your plan, and that's it.
Yes. What you do next is up to you, but there are only two immediate choices. Leave, you live. Stay, you die.
Why should I negotiate with you? How long will it be before they have a new chief of security, new secrets? You're just getting set up like I was.
You are ignorant. Halbeck is not the same hierarchy as your organization, and the term loyalty is not used there lightly. Leave Rome. If we see each other again, it will be the last time.
I confess, you slipped into Rome almost without us noticing. You were even more difficult to track after that.
Between Halbeck and local authorities, the locals were the tough ones.
No matter. Mr. Marburg found you. That must have been a surprise, meeting up for lunch like that.
There wasn't much time to eat, actually. He was too busy talking, and I was too busy keeping my hands where he could see them.
Huh. So a normal business lunch, then. I'd be curious to hear more, and your first impression of Mr. Marburg. What did you discuss?
Oh, we laughed, we cried, we had a grand old time. That Marburg, he can do a killer impression of you.
He mentioned you being something of a smartass, not taking things seriously. But Mr. Marburg was not always the best judge of character. Nor does he instill much loyalty in employees. Speaking of which, this woman entered the picture not long after your meeting with Marburg. She was in our office in Rome. Madison, I believe.
Yes.
I always wondered, did you ever regret getting her into this?
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, Mike. In the end, it was.
Mike, we may have a problem. The VCI employee I mentioned before, Madison, I think she's going to act.
What do you mean, now?
She's calling the operator and asking for you by name.
She can't be working from Marburg, unless this is a trap. Who is she calling?
The city directory. And maybe the police next. If she does...
Can you intercept the call? Redirect it?
What? Why?
I want to know why she's looking for me.
Okay, let me patch her through. Operator?
Miss St. James?
Hello? Yes, is this the operator?
No, Miss St. James. This is Michael Thornton.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Thornton, please, you have to listen to me.
I don't believe we've met before. How do you know my name and why are you calling?
I have reason to believe your life is in danger. I know it sounds crazy, but...
You don't say.
I don't want to discuss the details over the phone. This line may be tapped. She's a sharp one. But it's important I speak to you immediately. Is there someplace we can meet?
Of course. I'll send you the address of a local restaurant.
All right. I still have to hail a cab.
I'll have one sent to your cross streets.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you soon, Miss St. James.
Thank you for meeting me, Mr. Thornton.
Let's discuss what you told me over the phone.
I know it sounds crazy. Where to begin?
Just start at the beginning. And don't edit yourself, just tell it.
I work for the Veteran Combat Initiative, VCI. They're a global military contractor. My boss, Mr. Marburg, I think he's involved in something illegal. So I checked it out, and your name came up several times in our database.
What makes you think he intends to kill me?
Termination contracts. Even one for a man named Albara, a professor here in Italy. It was cross-linked to several contracts within the VCI.
Do you have the contracts? That'd be valuable evidence.
Not on me, no.
I see.
Mr. Thornton, I'm not sure what to do next. Go to the authorities? Is there someone I should notify, or...?
Miss St. James, I shouldn't have accepted your call. It's possible Marburg is watching you, along with other employees.
Then what do I do?
I believe your boss is involved in illegal weapon trafficking, and I'm concerned with what he intends to do with those weapons, especially after that plane was struck down in the Middle East.
What? Oh my God, I didn't realize.
Look. Alright, I know you're trying to help me, but... Okay. I know Marburg, I know he wants to kill me. What I don't know is why he's here in Rome. Madison, you've already put yourself in danger by even meeting with me. I can protect you, but I need to know what Marburg's here for. I need those files. Are they in the VCI branch office?
I don't know what you're looking for, but the VCI office in Rome isn't Marburg's personal office. He does most of his work off-site, or when he travels.
But he's here now, so where would he store the information while in Rome?
He has a villa. I've been there several times. If the files exist, I'm guessing they'd be there.
Along with Marburg?
Yes.
Give me the address. Can you get me in?
What?
Passcodes, details on the security system, anything would be helpful.
I can give you the address, but that other information...
Trust me, if you can get me into the mansion, I'll get the information, and then your boss goes away for good.
Mr. Thornton, Marburg is... I've never seen him angry, but everything about him... He's a dangerous man to cross.
I'll protect you. If he gets by me, then no one can protect you.
All right. Mr. Thornton, I trust you. If I can help you, I will. I can get you the address to the villa, and the names of the files you need to search for.
Then that's all I need. Come with me.
More mob violence in Moscow earlier this week, as the home of Konstantin Brayko, reported to be the head of one of the most powerful organized crime families in Moscow, was attacked by rival gang members.
Brayko himself was badly injured in the attack and was taken to St. Aleski Hospital for treatment. Police spokesmen say he will be charged as soon as he is well enough to be discharged.
Mr. Brayko had no statement for the press, but as he was being loaded into the ambulance, he was heard to remark that the party responsible for the attack was an expletive American commando cowboy like the expletive offspring of Ronald Reagan and an expletive American ninja. Police spokesmen assure us that they are following all leads, but a source within the hospital stated on condition of anonymity that, quote, the man had enough cocaine in him to make a baleen whale see Jesus.
I guess he never heard of Just Say No.
narcissist much?
Thornton, my apologies for relieving you of your weapons, but I'm sure you understand.
I wouldn't want anyone walking into my home with a gun either.
Of course. So, I have an aggressive schedule over the next few days. Let's get to the point. Tell me everything you've discovered about our Rome operation. Specifics, please.
I've discovered you ask a lot of questions. You're not getting any answers.
We'll see. I had hoped you would be willing to cooperate, but I haven't provided the right incentive. That was 10,000 volts. Beat Mr. Thornton until he can no longer stand, but leave him able to speak.
Open fire!
Oh, I guess that's that. Now I just need my gear. Mina, do you read me?
I'm here, Mike. Are you inside?
Yeah, but they've got me locked in. Can you override the security systems?
No, I can't patch through to security. I'm sorry, Mike.
Would Madison or Z know the layout?
It depends who you want to help you out, Mike. I can patch Madison through, or I can stay on the line. Just say the word.
Madison's been here before, Mina. She has first-hand knowledge of the villa.
All right, Mike. It's your call. I'll transmit the frequency for her to use. How does this thing work? Okay, I think I've got it.
Madison, can you hear me?
Yes? Mike, I'm not really sure how much I can help.
You know this villa better than me. Just call out if there's something I should know, like cameras, or explosives, or armed guards.
Okay.
All right then, let's go.
Marburg's gallery is ahead.
What's through the side door?
His office.
That sounds interesting. Nice bust.
I'm sorry?
Never mind.
Careful. I think there's a camera outside the museum exit door.
Either Marburg appreciates fine art, or...
The statue? Let's just say I've never seen him entertain any female guests, Mike. Room's coming up. There's usually a few guards lounging in there.
I hope it's nothing like Braco's game room.
What?
Never mind. So should I take it slow?
If they haven't heard the bullets already, I don't know. It's a 2-story gallery, so...
I'll watch for snipers.
With the contact.
present for you. Uploading the information now.
Receiving. Sure is a lot of security.
And that's that. Alright, I'm at the ruins.
And the bike?
It's close by. It's a nice ride. Looks like the area is under renovation.
The site's closed to the public, Mike. You shouldn't run into any civilians.
Al-Samad? What are they doing here?
Must be the connection Shahid mentioned.
I'm going in for a closer look.
Trying to take in all the sights I see.
Good to see how the renovations are going. Don't need these munitions finding their way into Rome. Better destroy them while I'm here. That's one. That's another one. And one more to go. What is this place?
If it's beneath the bath, it's probably where they kept the fires. To heat up the bath water.
So, you majored in architecture.
No. Ancient Roman plumbing. With a minor in architecture. Your signal's breaking up a little, Mike.
Must be the ghosts down here.
Are you in the catacombs?
Yeah, but not for much longer. Don't want to pick up any curses. That's the last of the weapons. Hope the world doesn't end up like this if Halbeck fucks it up.
You and me both. I've got a link to all the transmissions to this station, but I'll need some time to trace the signal's origin.
So, I just stand here and wait?
Now you know how I feel. Just make sure nothing interferes with the station until I finish the trace. Then?
Then? What then? We've got trouble, don't we?
Protect the trace, Mike. If we lose it now...
Don't worry, they're not getting anywhere near it.
The signal's origin is in Rome.
Keep coming, assholes. I got plenty of bullets.
Hold on, Mike, I almost have it. Got it. We're good, Mike. Transmitting the information to the safe house. Mike, what did you do?
Erasing my tracks and the weapons.
Mike?
Huh? Oh. Sorry, long day.
I imagine. They're airing reports on a shootout at the ruins, and while they're not admitting anything, the word is that it was a terrorist cell. There weren't any reports of you being taken into custody, though, so I wasn't sure what had happened.
Nothing I couldn't handle. Got shot at, shot back. It's an old story.
You just like to live dangerously, then?
I invited you here, didn't I?
Are you hurt?
No. Just need to get my second wind. I have to get to the warehouse soon before the leads grow cold or Marburg moves the evidence out. I'm still running on adrenaline anyway.
I noticed you had medical supplies in the cabinet. If you want, I could...
I'd appreciate that. I'm starting to forget what it's like not to be shot at. I've got more scars than skin now.
You look fine. They must all be under the shirt.
Guess I heal fast, along with the good skin. Thank my mother for that. You should get some sleep, Madison.
Yes, I've told you everything. Everything? No. I think we will need more than that.
But I don't know what happened in Moscow. There was someone there, a man. Thornton,
Enough about this Thornton already. He's dead. Dead in Saudi Arabia. What about the shipments? I thought you made sure we weren't being caught.
Oh man, Marburg's pissed.
Mess that.
Russians. What the hell are they doing here?
Cossacks, to the state of Mother Russia.
Mike, the police channels are lighting up. Are you still at the warehouse?
I interrupted a lethal question and answer session. Getting some additional data now.
Well, the authorities are on their way. Whatever you need to do, you do it quickly. They'll be here in a few minutes.
Almost done, but I want to know who they were torturing. Let me ID them and then I'm out of here.
All right, but hurry. Mike, you've got less than a minute.
Got an ID and some papers he had on him.
Good. Now get out of there. Mike, get out of there. They're almost outside the warehouse. They're pulling up now.
Madison? Madison, are you here?
Mike? Are you okay?
Just tired, but I found what I was looking for.
Was it enough? Can you take it to the authorities?
No. If I do that, they won't respond in time. I have to do it.
No, you don't. Let the police handle this now. You can let them capture Marburg, expose his involvement.
I appreciate the concern. And I appreciate you trying to warn me about Marburg.
I didn't want him to kill you. You had such a nice smile in the photograph.
I was smiling. Must have been years ago.
There it is again. You should do that more.
I try. The job gets in the way.
I've heard that before.
I didn't mean to wake you when I got in. We've had a rough couple days.
You didn't wake me. I was waiting for you to come back. I meant to stay awake longer, but you were gone for a long time. I was worried something had happened to you. I'm glad you're back.
Me too. I was worried when I came back something had happened to you.
Just dreaming.
Good ones, I hope.
Very. Anything on the news?
Nothing about Marburg. Marburg was able to get the munitions into the country through Al-Samad, but the warehouse was the destination of the bombs.
He wasn't planning to destroy the warehouse, though, right? Was he planning to store the bombs there, use them later in Rome?
That doesn't make much sense. The warehouse was on the outskirts of Rome. There's plenty of other storage areas he could have used.
So there was something special about that warehouse. Its inventory, it's mostly art and museum pieces, right?
Maybe Marburg despises art. Although after seeing his villa, I doubt it.
I do too. He actually hired me because I'd done part-time work at a museum in Rome.
Marburg hired you because you used to work at a museum?
Yeah, the Museum of Art in Rome. I think they have an exhibit on the Crusades showcased there now. What's wrong?
Some of the pieces in that warehouse. I'm certain they were from that museum.
He's going to bomb the museum. But why?
I have no idea, but that's his target. I need to get there before he does.
Roman police raided a warehouse in the Apria district earlier today on reports that it was being used as the hub of an international arms smuggling operation. No shots were fired during the raid, as police discovered several dead bodies in what appeared to be a deal gone bad.
I'm in the museum.
Mike, I just picked something up on the cameras. It's Marburg's men. They have Madison.
Damn it. Mina, is there anyone in the museum?
It's normal hours. A few tour groups, security guards. It's a light day for tourists. But that's still a lot of people if the bomb goes off.
I won't let it happen.
Mike, you need to hurry.
Why? What's going on?
It sounds like Marburg's men are attacking the security guards. Security's outnumbered. They'll be slaughtered.
Agent Thornton, you made it. Good. That makes things interesting. We have Madison. She's being held in the west wing of the museum. My men have orders to execute her.
That where your bombs are too?
No, the bombs are with me at the Crusades exhibit. You won't have time to reach both. Either way, someone dies.
You're right about that, Marburg. Why don't you stay put? I'll be right there.
Left or right, Thornton? Your choice. Madison, or coming after me and the bombs. There's not time for both.
Mike, Madison. She's in the wing to your left, but the bombs are in the wing to the right.
Which way should I go?
I don't know, Mike. You'll have to make the call. But I don't think Marburg is bluffing. Mike, they've sealed off the entrance to the other wing.
Guess there's only...
Mike, I'm picking up some interference on the channel. And judging from the frequencies, there's some proximity mines near your location.
I'll keep an eye out.
Do as he says. Deus Vult. You brought it on her. You pulled the trigger. Don't blame me. You made your choice.
Don't give me that third-party bullshit, Marburg. I'm gonna kill you. Quickly, which is more than a coward who shoots women in the back deserves.
I may give you that chance, Thornton, if only to further your education. I'm impressed. You stayed focused, carried out your mission, disarmed the bombs, and left her for last. I didn't think you had it in you.
Is it a compliment? Spare me, considering your acts of bravery. Praise is an insult.
Very well. Your choice, the hostage or the bomb, was a spur-of-the-moment decision? Something left to chance, then?
No, I figured you were incompetent enough I could do both. The bombs were easy. Killing you? Now that'll be a cakewalk.
I've had just about enough of your arrogance.
No, arrogance is when you shoot a defenseless woman in the back and think it means you can take me out, too.
Did you really think this exhibit was worth protecting? I'm curious. Why did you choose the bomb?
Because you and your company are douchebags? Oh, and the fact you guys like to kill people to keep the profit margin up, well, who wouldn't want to mess with you guys?
I see.
No, guys like you never see until it's too late. I'm gonna make sure you answer for killing her, Marburg. Count on it.
Oh, the choices an agent in your line of work has to make every day. The choice of saving the innocent you know against the dozens, hundreds, even thousands of possible innocents. I wonder what Miss St. James would say about that. Are you ready to die?
Why do you steal all my lines?
Thought you could hide well. Most men would have passed out for all of that. There's nowhere to run, Thornton. My men, you'll pay for that! Keep on struggling. Discretion. I expected more from a self-appointed hero. You are disposable and obsolete.
Says the corporate tool who answers to Leyland.
I work for Halbeck. You're a man without a country, Thornton. You're me, 20 years ago.
What's that in dog years?
Even if you escape, I know how your story ends.
Keep talking. Lets me know where to shoot. If you're trying to kill me, you're not doing a very good job.
You'll make a mistake.
No, you're the one who's messed up. Maybe Leyland should put your octogenarian ass out to pasture with the other cattle. He will anyway, eventually. If only to bury his dirty little secrets.
You understand nothing, Thornton. Just the way the U.S. trains all their agents.
Does Leyland send you out for dry cleaning too? Maybe shoot your chauffeur on the way? Chief of security for Halbeck, talk about a joke. Even if you survive this, you're screwed. You'll go back to your amazing life setting bombs for Halbeck and shooting innocent hostages in the back. How fucked up and empty do you have to be to lower yourself to that level? You know what, Marburg? At the end of the day, at least I'm not somebody's lapdog. Enjoy living on Leyland scraps. You don't even know what trust and loyalty are. Or does the fact I didn't go that same route when I was abandoned really get under your skin, Conrad?
I will end you, Thornton.
I've killed her with the help of reinforcements.
You're wise, Doc.
So you chose Rome. I underestimated you. And so did Mr. Marburg, apparently. He said you had feelings for this woman.
Nothing to be done about it now. Marburg killed her.
I hope you don't blame me for her death. Marburg wanted you to save her. Not out of any emotional tie, mind you. For him, it was business. You must have really gotten under Mr. Marburg's skin for him to fight you like that. It was unlike him.
I have a way with people.
I noticed. You know, Marburg is the one who told me about your little secret government program. He'd been tossed aside, just as you had.
Marburg?
Yes, it happened a long time ago. The program was called something else then, I believe.
It was called Deus Vult.
I'm sorry?
Deus Vult. God wills it. That's why Marburg selected the Crusade exhibit. He was sending two messages. Yours, and a message to the American government.
Really? You've obviously done your homework. And he did suggest the exhibit. Perhaps old Conrad was deeper than I thought.
You have a real talent for underestimating people.
As for poor Miss St. James, you failed to save.
Tragedy in the wake of the thwarted terror attack on the ruins of Karsule.
A shame.
A second attack,
But you can't save everyone, Michael,
claimed the
can
life
you?
of an American employee of
Oh,
the veteran
if I
combat
had been in your
initiative.
shoes,
Madison St. James was
well,
killed
I don't
in
know
the
what I
alleged
would have
terrorist
done.
escape attempt. Italian authorities have announced that
You wouldn't have done anything. That's why you sent Marburg in the first place.
Executive Row has its privileges.
You don't make any real choices, Leyland. Not really. Whatever you hope to gain from the bombing, it's over now.
Really? That's because you have a very narrow view of events.
Lectures on perspective from a blind man? That's a first. You planning on teaching about ethics next?
I can't expect you to keep up with every news report. I have an entire division devoted to it, plus my ace-in-the-hole. The bombing was intended to reorganize terrorist legislation in the European Union.
So what? How does that benefit you?
The reorganization was to benefit Helbeck. Surveillance, airport screening tech, weapons. Mr. Marburg's little crusade in Rome was to remind Europe what fear is.
So you killed Madison for profit?
No, Mike, you did. You brought her into this mess. You had her take you to Marburg despite the risks, and then you failed to protect her. Blame me all you want, but step back and think about it. You must have thought about it. When it was all over, you were the big hero. Saved all of Rome. When things were quiet, no one shooting at you. No bombs. What did you think about then?
Operator? Hello?
Or else what? Or people you care about will start to die.